Yu-Gi-Oh! A card game so old that it'd be a high school graduate this year can be described in one word. Huge. Constantly being expanded on with new sets almost every month, no set rotation, and a pool of over 10,000 cards, players are able to devise decks of their choosing by pulling them from the vast ocean of unique cardboard elements to help them create different combos and plays to get them an edge in their games. But what about those who don't know the abilities of cards that were printed before they got into the game? Having such a huge arsenal can be overwhelming for the average beginner whose toes are barely in the shallow end of the Yu-Gi-Oh card pool, and can even turn some people away from the game. That's where we come in. I and two friends will be building and using decks out of cards that come out of only one set. Wondering how that will work? Well, here it is. Step 1. Choose a recent set. Step 2. Each of us will choose an archetype to build out of that set. Generic cards will be split evenly between all of us. Step 3. Open 3 boxes of that set. Step 4. Each of us will build a deck of our chosen archetype with the cards pulled. And Step 5. Play a double round robin. Once all the games are done, points will be rewarded to the first and second place players, while the third place will receive 0. These points will accumulate throughout the season, and whoever has the most at the end of the season will get to choose one of the decks they use throughout the year and get it as a prize. Each time we open up a new set, the decks will be reset, meaning that we will only be able to use whatever cards we pull next. Alright, with the ground rules set and ready to go, it's time to play Out of the Box. What is up, everybody? Welcome back to the channel. Welcome to episode 2.1, 2.2, and 2.3 for Out of the Box. Today we are doing the deck profile. So what have we cooked up with the random mass of cards that we pulled in the 4 boxes? There will be one deck profile per video per player, and each one will be split up onto all of our channels. So the evil twins will be on mine, the Magistus will be on Golden Nova's, and the Drytron / Cyber Dragons will be on JC's channel. Don't forget to check them out as soon as you're done with this one, because you won't see them posted anywhere else. Anyway, how are you guys doing, and how was the deck building process for this particular format?
It was very wonderful. I'm so glad that Magistus, I pulled every single card that I need. It was holding us back. We didn't need any of that at all. Yeah, I'm very confident that this is going to be an easy 2 points in my corner for the end of season tally. But enough about the glory that is Magistus. JC, how about you?
I too, I believe, pulled everything I needed. Watching deck profiles made me realize that I genuinely, I think, pulled everything that you would want out of this set for the deck profile. Of course, I'm missing all the ancillary things like all the like the fairy engine with Ben 10 and stuff. But in terms of pure, I'm feeling pretty confident about what I was given. Now, how I constructed it and what I did with the cards I was given, we will see later. But but at least I can say I pulled lucky. So that's a win in my book for sure. And what about the live twins?
Well, the live twins, we definitely pulled at least one of everything that we need. The fact though that we didn't pull multiples of the Link version of Lilla makes it a little more difficult for me to do things, but there's one thing that I love doing in any card game is taking a perfectly working engine and literally driving it into the ground. So this will be really fun to share, and of course next week it'll be really fun to lose with. But yeah, let's get straight into these decks. Okay, so it's my turn. I hope you guys went and watched Golden Nova's and JC's before this one. Well, actually, no. I hope you watched this first, because this will probably be the biggest letdown of the 3. So let's just get straight into this. If you guys follow me on Twitter, you guys will know how well I am doing in the play testing of this deck, the way that it is right now, and Not to expose anybody, but I believe I'm the only one of the three of us that has actually tried using the deck as of recording. So we'll see how this goes.
I got it all up in here, okay? I can duel opponents in my mind, okay? I'm like one of those chess grandmasters.
I watched, I see it.
Yeah. Oh, that show's amazing. But anyway, let's get straight into my evil twin deck. The first two monsters that I'm running are the evil twin Kiss and Kill and Lila's. I know. As you can see, one of them is a collector's rare. We all agreed that if you have a collector's rare or any special rarity card, that you do start the duel with 10,000 extra life points.
Hey. Committee hasn't gotten back to us on that one yet. Don't count your chickens.
Okay, so we still have to get Zane's approval, but I feel like we'll get him to turn around sooner or later. But anyway, for those.
Fortunately, he is in Brussels. Be a few days before the mail comes in.
Okay, so for those of you that don't know what this card does, it can only be special summoned from your hand or your graveyard by attributing to link monsters when it's on the field. You can, if your opponent controls 3 or more cards, you literally get them to. It's basically an evenly matched until they only control 2 cards on the field. And if you have a Kiss a Kill and a Lila monster in your graveyard, it basically gets double its attack. So normally it's 2,200. If both of the live twins are in your graveyard, then it is 4,400, or the evil twin monsters, whatever you use or whatever is in there. Next we have I can't really put one without the other, so I'm just going to put both at the same time. We have the two live twins. We have the 2 VTubers. We have Kiss and Kill and Lila. Both of them have a life point modulation ability when being attacked. With Kiss Kill, you gain 500 every time your opponent attacks. With Lila, your opponent loses 500 every time one of their monsters attacks. If they're still on the field, these are literally the easiest things in the set to slap off the board. They have 500 attack and 0 defense. So yeah, there isn't much use to that ability. Their main ability is when they are normal summoned. If that is the only monster that you control, then you can special summon the other to your field. And that is it for our evil twins. So these are literally the only main deck evil twins, period, outside of the Trick or Treat Lila that is not in this set. Anyway, so everything else is basically field swarming. But before we get to the field swarming, I do run the triple World Legacy World Lance, because this deck literally cannot do anything unless it has link monsters on the field, and JC's Draconids are huge, and if you haven't already seen it, Nova also runs World Lance, so this helps me even it out a little bit. But yeah, when
good.
when a link monster isn't involved in a battle at all, toss it from your hand, and your opponent's monster loses 3,000 attack, and that's really, really nice. And I have to sneeze. No, it's gone. The feeling left.
But dang it!
All right. So next we have the triple backup secretary. So the weird and the cool thing about the live/evil twins are that the live twins are Cypress. So as long as you get one of them on the field, and that's the only thing that you have, you end up, and you have backup secretary in your hand, you're set to go, link climbing to at least, depending on what the field looks like, you can go straight into the nightmares, or you can go in through the evil twin links, depending on what. I feel like doing. Next is the triple Cypress Gadget. The hard part about playing this deck is that there are so many normal summons. Very little you can do in the way of special summon. You're just spamming in general. But Cypress Gadget's really nice because if it is normal summoned, you can special summon a level 2 or lower Cypress monster from your graveyard in defense position, but its effects are negated. But with the 2 live twins, it doesn't even matter because it doesn't matter. You just use them to link climb. And then once it goes from the field to the graveyard, you special summon a level 2 token that you can also use to just keep link climbing. So yeah, that's pretty much it. This entire deck is just link climbing into stuff, and hopefully having these two, this in your hand to, like, just have fun on the field. But if not, then I'm kind of screwed. Next, I play triple damage Juggler. The main reason being I have the smallest attack values of the 3 of us in this game, in this arc, just purely based off of base values. JC has his ridiculous 4,000 metal mechanical dragon things, and I haven't fully read Magistus yet, but I know that Zane has a lot of ways to get his stuff to astronomical numbers, which is really annoying and which makes me wish I chose Drytrons when I had the chance, but there's not much I can do in that department. But Damage Juggler does let me mitigate some of that damage if I do brick, which I will, guaranteed. By the way, the name of this deck profile is the 0 and 4, because that is what I will be going. And the last monster that we play is triple Perform Mage Hat Tricker. So Damage Juggler's other ability is when it's in the graveyard, you can banish it to search another Perform Mage monster in your deck besides itself, and Hat Tricker is really good for that because, again, it lets me swarm the field with tiny bodies, so I can, go into my link monsters and hopefully get these 2 out. I've played so many test games and never have I ever pulled this. Never have I ever drawn this into this card. So that is actually my main concern here. I feel like everything else is sort of doable, but getting into the Evil Twins will be a very big challenge, and it's not. It sucks because the deck's biggest challenge doesn't come from its opponents; it comes from itself. So whether or not it wants to is up to the duel simulator, whether or not it wants to give it to me. But that is it for the monsters of the deck. I play a lot of monsters because this is literally the only way that I can do anything. I've seen a lot of Evil Twin Eldritch builds, but I can't do that
So
here.
weird.
So, yeah, I can't even do it. So, not much point in looking into them that much. All right. So,
God, imagine if we did a Secret Slayers one of these. Jeez.
I know, I wanted to. I really wanted to, but then when I looked at the resale value for Secret Slayers boxes, they were. I can't. I can't afford it.
Okay, no, never mind. Scratch it.
Megaton's 2021 though.
Oh yeah, I wanted to. I wanted
it could
to do
be the one side set.
Yeah. All right. So moving into these spells and many traps of the deck, we play triple secret password because I love to keep my things. I like to keep my things private. So this is a nice thing to do. It lets me search my deck for a evil or live twin spell or trap, or if I control a one of the twins, then I can search for monster instead. The only sad part about it is that it is limited to once per turn. So, but I feel like if it wasn't limited to once per turn, it'd be kind of broken if I opened up 3 of these. But anyway, that is it. Live twin channel. Well, I don't use this much, but if I am being attacked, if I feel attacked, then I contribute one of the twins to negate the attack, and during both end phases, so mine and the opponent's, I can shuffle one twin back into the deck. It doesn't matter if it's the main deck ones or the link monsters. It just goes back into the deck. Next, I play the Lonely Live Twin Home. I wanted to play more of these initially, but the only issue with it is that it locks me into only being able to summon the evil twin links for the rest of the turn. I can't pull out anything else. So, and considering the lack of evil twins in my deck, this would more likely hurt me than do anything else. So there's that. And oh yeah, it special summons one of the twins after I discard a card, and it's a quick play. I don't know. I would probably use it like if it survives my opponent's turn, just flip it and then go from there. But yeah. Anyway, I play the one evil twin present. I don't like this card that much because it's okay, but it doesn't do. I feel like it doesn't do too much for me to warrant putting more copies of it in the deck. But I just have to read it again. This is how little I use it. So I can target one. So it's basically enemy controller, or I can shuffle one set card back into the deck. But considering that I can do the second ability, which I feel is a lot more viable, a lot easier by just going into Nightmare Griffin, then I don't see myself using it. Plus, yeah, that's pretty much the reason why I only play it at 1. Next, I play Triple GG Easy, which is the exact opposite of what this is going to be. This is not going to be GG Easy. But what it does is I tribute one of my evil twins. I can either up the attack of one of my twins on the field, or I can negate something and destroy it. And that's it. And I just have to tribute a monster, but considering how it's kind of easy to recur the twins on the field, then it's fine. Next is Evil Twin Challenge. I like this card a lot. What it does is it lets me special summon one of the evil twins from my graveyard, and immediately after doing so, I can link summon something from my extra deck, because that is the only place where my link monsters can come from. But anyway, that is it for that. And of course,
for now.
and of course, the deck wouldn't be complete without triple bottomless trap hole. I feel like of the three of us, I feel like I needed this the most because, like I said earlier, we have giant metal dragons and mystical bird dragons and giant mechanical monster things, and I'm literally just a pair of YouTubers, so I feel like I needed this. But yeah, bottomless trap hole will help me get rid of anything that I feel is too much for World Lance to handle in a straight up fight. So yeah, That is the main deck. Very few usable spells. All right.
I do like how Secret Password essentially just turns into any live twin.
Yeah.
So that's pretty super cool.
If it works. But you know how many times, like, I feel like Secret Password works in the same way as you when you're really tired at like 3 o'clock in the morning and you're trying to log into something, you just can't. You just keep getting it wrong. I feel like that's how Secret Password works. But anyway, moving into the extra deck, I play. This is the MVP of the deck, and this is what will get me through most of my most of my battles. Number 96. Upside down. I feel like I should be reading it the other way, but anyway. Number 96, Dark Mist, requires 2 level 2 monsters, and I can literally do that off of one Evil Twin. 3? Oh crap. Okay, so scratch that. It's a little harder, but it is the probably one of the only other ways that I can get over really big monsters. What it does is you detach one material, and you basically, half the opponent's monster's attack, and it gains that, and it's literally just 100. So you just slap them for 100, but you get rid of something that's really annoying. So I feel like this will really, really help.
Yeah.
But,
oh yeah.
Well, yeah. This will be really fun to play around with, and I stand by my statement that this will probably be what helps me get over things if World Lance doesn't. But next...
Oh yeah, it's Metal Morph as an Xyz monster. Outstanding.
Alright, on to the Link monsters. We have 2 Evil Twin Kissy Kills, and 1 Evil Twin Lila. Both of them require the corresponding twin to summon, and they're both Link 2s, and they are both 1100, which means they cannot be bottomless, which is nice. Now, both of them require the other to activate their first ability. For Kiss Kill, as long as you have a Lila, then you can draw a card. For Lila, if you control a Kiss Kill, then it's spot removal. Both of them also, if you don't control the other, can special summon the other from the graveyard, and then it locks you into Fiend monsters. The special summoning only Fiend monsters from the extra deck for the rest of the turn, which is absolutely no problem in this deck. But yeah, that's pretty much it. They are a means to get to Evil Twins, Kiss Kill, and Lila from the main deck, and that is really all they're used for, besides just going into like the nightmares and stuff. But yeah, that is it for the Evil Twins. Next we have 1 Beat Cop from the Underworld. I honestly don't see myself going into this. I just put it in because I needed space, and I didn't want to put in another Dark Mist because World Lance doesn't help me here. But yeah, if I use two dark monsters, then I can put a patrol token on something, and I forgot what the rest of the ability is, and just goes to show how scarce this will be used. I'm just gonna leave it like that. Next we have what saves the extra deck, and that is the Nightmares. I had enough space for 3 playsets, for playsets of all 3, so I put playsets of all 3. We have Phoenix, Unicorn, and Nightmare Griffin. These have already been explained in JC's and Nova, so I'm not going to go too into detail, but they do help with spot removal, and I swarm the field anyway, so this is a really good way to make use of those resources. Unlike unlike the other 2 decks in this series, this deck is I feel like is very bursty. If I get to the peak and I get shut down, then I will just put my hand on my deck and say it is done. but yeah, that is it for my evil/live twin deck. Don't forget to watch these other 2 on their channels. Links to those will be down in the description. Alright guys, thank you for watching whose ever deck profile you just watched. Links to the other deck profiles of the series will be in the description. If you guys want to check out the open phase of the series, don't forget to check that out on my channel. But before you do that, don't forget to subscribe and like and follow and do all of that nice stuff to help us have that extra boost into the new year. And guys, after watching all 3 of our deck profiles, how much more confidence or how much more dread do you feel going into next week's games?
I am now absolutely terrified. I've done a complete 180 on my ability to win this tournament. I can't bottomless casuals, ace monsters, and I'm never going to draw World Lance against Draconids. This is basically a wash for me. I'm sorry, guys.
My biggest thing was saying my deck profile out loud made me feel bad about my choices of what I put in, as opposed to seeing what you guys chose. I'm feeling not hesitant, but like I feel weird being the only one not including any copies of World Lance, but I figured my Link monsters are more for their utility quickly, and I'm not going into them ever for like staying on the field. You know, they're not here for a long time or anything. So I still stand by it, but it does feel weird. I feel like I definitely have the I don't know, I guess we all have bottomless in common, which makes me feel glad that we all are capable and smart human beings. That's the biggest thing that I learned from this year. So what about you?
Yes, we all have elementary cognition to put to put bottomless inside our decks. But I
have object permanence. This cardboard, however, does not. Whee!
Oh my god. I'm nervous and really excited to see how the games play out, because one thing that they say a lot in martial arts, which is something that is in a bit in my background as well, is anything can happen. So even a favorite can get knocked out. So hopefully JC's hubris is large enough for us to make a dent, for me to go at least 1-3 in our double round robin for next week. But
spirit.
But anyway, guys, don't forget to catch us next week for the games. We won't have any special guest commentators on because it is really close to the holidays, and I personally don't want to bother anybody besides these two, because they're contractually bound to do it. But that is it. And don't forget to subscribe to all of us, like I said earlier. And yeah, you guys are now out of the box.
Ooh.